Welcome. Thank you so much for being with us here tonight. If you are joining us live, welcome. We are so happy that you are here. If you are watching this at a later time, welcome. Thank you for coming and celebrating with us for this very prestigious, one-of-a-kind award, the HerStory Award, which is from the Women's Federation for World Peace. My name is Adia, and I will be the host for the show this evening. And before we begin, I just want us to reflect a little bit on the visionary spirit and the heart of our founder, Dr. Hak Jahan Moon, who we also lovingly call Mother Moon, and now Holy Mother Han. She often spoke of this vital role of women in creating a world of lasting peace, emphasizing that peace begins with us, with our heart that radiates in the family and then out towards the communities. And one of my favorite quotes, I'm not sure if you caught it, but it was on the video that just played before this, is the time has come for the power of true womanhood to save the world. Now, just let that sink in for a little bit. The time has come for the power of true womanhood to save the world. And that's what Women's Federation is all about. That's what this HerStory Award is all about. It's about celebrating and honoring the stories of women leaders in our community that have led not with their accomplishments going before them, but they led with their hearts. And they have made such a huge influence in their communities and beyond. And we are so excited to honor three amazing women this evening. Another few things I want to just mention about our founder, how she has taught us, and it's also reflected in our values for Women's Federation, is that the quickest way to change the world is actually to mobilize women. We are naturally people who want to bring others together. We thrive in relationship, in community. And that is one of the quickest ways that we can really change this world, is if we get all the women together on the same page, really wanting to make a positive impact in this world, we can do that. And we can do that with the power of true womanhood. She also taught us that women have the power to build bridges of understanding and reconciliation, transcending boundaries of cultures, religion, and nationality. Mother Moon is a mother of peace all over the world. She is an incredible woman who is so inspirational, not only to the people who have joined Women's Federation, but to those whose lives she's touched when she's traveled, just how she carries herself, the conversations that she leads, and the work that she has done and the work that we continue to do through this organization really speaks volumes of the power behind what it means to be a true woman and to live with a heart centered on our Creator, God, and also with having global peace in mind and bringing everyone together. And lastly, she has reminded us that true and lasting peace will only be realized when women and men come together, when we work together in perfect harmony, each valuing the unique strengths and contributions of the other. So we're not in competition with each other. We complement each other. We're not competing, we are complementing, we are collaborating, and we are bringing forth our strengths together to create something magnanimous and beautiful, and something that we couldn't create alone, but we can do it together. So, inspired by this unwavering belief in the power of women, we come together to celebrate and honor and acknowledge three remarkable women and their achievements of the journey that they have taken, that reflect the values of Mother Moon and Women's Federation for World Peace. The HerStory Award is a program under Global Women's Peace Network, which is a project of Women's Federation for World Peace. And this powerful network serves as a platform for women from all walks of life to connect, collaborate, and advocate for peace building initiatives on the local level, on the national level, and on the international level. GWPN recognizes that women are powerful agents of change, and through education, empowerment, fostering a culture of empathy and understanding, GWPN supports women in their efforts to resolve conflicts, to promote human rights, to build sustainable peace within their communities and beyond. Today, we will shine a light on the incredible contributions of three women who embody this spirit and the goals of GWPN. And through the HerStory Award, which is one of its kind, there is no other award like this in the world, I believe, that honor women for their dedication, their leadership, and impactful actions that have made a significant difference in the lives of others and continue to contribute to the advancement of peace and human flourishing. These are women whose stories deserve to be told, whose efforts deserve to be recognized, and whose inspiration will undoubtedly empower others to join in this vital work of creating a more peaceful world, one woman, one family, one community at a time. So let's go ahead and introduce our first nominee, awardee of this evening, Laura Pajules. And as we bring up her bio here, it is, okay, here we go. Thank you, Yumi. Laura Pajules is the founder and president of Control, Alt, Delete. I love that. A nonprofit organization dedicated to empowering survivors of domestic violence by providing one-time crisis response assistance to help them escape dangerous situations. Her personal journey as a survivor of domestic violence inspired her to create Control, Alt, Delete, offering a lifeline to those in need at their most critical moments. With a strong background in technology and nonprofit work, Laura harnessed her skills and personal passion to build an organization that has grown exponentially since its inception. Under her leadership, Control, Alt, Delete has expanded its impact, providing support to thousands of individuals across diverse communities and facilitating an average of 50 life-saving escapes from domestic violence each day. That is remarkable. Laura's fulfillment comes from making a tangible difference in the lives of others, turning her own challenges into a powerful beacon of hope for survivors. Her unwavering dedication to helping those affected by domestic violence is reflected in her transformative work at Control, Alt, Delete. Please give a warm welcome to Laura Pajules. Thank you, Laura. The floor is yours.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm so honored to be a part of this award and this program. And you touched on the word peace several times in the presentation. And I have to say that that has been my most forward-thinking goal for everyone we help at Control, Alt, Delete. Peace. Everyone should have peace in their lives. And the reality is today, 1 in 3 women are being abused in a domestic violence situation right now. Someone you know is being abused. And Control, Alt, Delete was founded and exists to make sure we can help those women escape that domestic violence situation. We provide one-time assistance to remove whatever barrier is keeping a survivor of domestic violence in that situation. As mentioned, we facilitate on average 50 escapes from domestic violence every single day. An average escape family unit is a mother with 3 children and 1 pet. So think of the lives we're impacting every day. We're empowering women to escape a horrific situation and set out and change not just their world, but the world around us. As a survivor of domestic violence myself, both childhood domestic violence and marrying an abuser, I can tell you that those things change you and they shape you. And given the chance, I believe every woman will step out into our world and be a problem solver. And that's what I try to do every day, is solve the problems that we're facing every day. And when I set out to found Control Alt Delete, I noticed there was a gap in services. How did we get people from their abusers to their safety, whatever that safety looks like? And that's where Control Alt Delete came to be. That one-time assistance in that most vulnerable, crucial time of need, we're going to get the survivors out and into their safety. And that's what we do every day. Control Alt Delete is a 100% volunteer-run organization, including myself. I do not get paid to do this. It is a passion project for me that is literally saving thousands upon thousands of lives every day. Since I founded the organization September 2nd of 2019, we have facilitated 43,604 escapes from domestic violence that include 83,577 children who are all now safe. I will say that our model is very simplistic, but it is effective in how we help these women. Over 96% of the women do not return to their abuser because we enable them, empower them. We give them the power to be able to escape their abuser and start a life that's free from trauma of domestic violence. And I have an amazing support group of board members that are largely women that help me with this project and help me run this agency. And every day we're saving lives, and we want the community to know that. Our name, Control Alt Delete, is because sometimes you need to reset your life, just like when you press Control Alt Delete on a computer. And that's how Control Alt Delete came to be, and I'm proud to be here and proud to be a problem solver and helping thousands of women find peace every single day. Thank you.
Wow, thank you so much, Laura. I got goosebumps when you just shared the numbers of the lives that you save every day. It's truly incredible and such an honor to honor you and recognize the remarkable work that your organization does. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. And we will bring up your virtual award, which you will be receiving physically in the mail. And this HerStory Award is proudly presented to Laura Pajules on this day, April 26th, 2025, in recognition of your unwavering dedication to empowering survivors of domestic violence. Your compassion, resilience, and leadership have provided life-saving support when it was needed most. By turning adversity into action, you have become a powerful force for change, bringing safety, hope, and transformation to countless lives. We honor you as a peace leader who lives by the logic of love, signed by our president, Kayleigh Moffitt, and our vice president, Katarina Connery. Please all join me in applauding Laura for this incredible award. And we are just, again, so honored to award this beautiful HerStory Award to you.
Thank you.
Yes. All right. Let's move on to our second incredible woman this evening, Uzma Ahmed. I'm going to go ahead and read her bio first, and then we'll bring up the individual who nominated her. Uzma Ahmed is dedicated to creating a world where all children, especially the most vulnerable, have the resources and support they need to thrive. Born and raised in Washington, D.C., as the firstborn daughter of Pakistani immigrants, Uzma was instilled with the values of service, resilience, and community. These values have fueled her passion for justice and human rights, which she has channeled into her work in immigration law, where she has supported individuals and families navigating complex legal systems. In 2017, driven by a deep belief in equity, honor, and opportunity for all children, Uzma co-founded Bloom Charity. Through Bloom's programs, she expands access to mental health support, promotes early childhood development, and addresses food insecurity, ensuring vulnerable children receive the care, stability, and resources they need to flourish. She believes that true change arises when communities are empowered to shape their own futures, and her work reflects this commitment. As a wife and mother of three, Uzma understands the importance of nurturing safe and supportive environments for children. Her efforts are grounded in the belief that every child deserves dignity, stability, and their chance to reach their full potential. Please join me in welcoming her nominator first. We'll have Shukur Ahmed come and just say a few words about why you nominated this incredible woman, Uzma, for the HerStory Award.
Sure, thank you. Good evening, everyone. Sometimes in life you meet people who quietly and consistently inspire you. For me, one of those people has been Uzma. I've had the privilege of knowing Uzma for about 37 years, going all the way back to when she was a student at the University of Maryland, along with my fiance at that time, Nabila. Nabila and I have been married for 36 years, and she's been a great wife and partner. And she's been a great wife and partner. Even as a teenager, Usma had something special about her. While most of us were busy, most of us are generally busy figuring it out ourselves, she was already giving back, volunteering her time to teach young members of her community about faith, service, and philanthropy. I still vividly remember seeing her patiently and diligently working alongside some volunteers, indexing a 5-volume commentary in late 80s and early 90s of her holy book. Imagine that, hours and hours of work, no applause, no spotlight, just deep commitment to something bigger than herself. Over the years, Usma has worn many hats, I guess starting with a daughter, a sister, and then a mother, and a wife, and also a friend. In every single role, she has led by example, with grace, with strength, and with love. Along with her amazing sister Amina, she co founded Bloom Charity, dedicating herself to uplifting some of the world's most vulnerable children. The work isn't just inspiring, it's transformative. It's about planting seeds of hope where often none existed. But here's what makes Uzma's story even more remarkable. Her compassion and drive are not just hers alone. They're rooted in the legacy of her parents. Her parents, Uncle Munawar and Auntie Safia, who migrated to the United States about 6 decades ago, and they have 5 remarkable children. They have lived, so they have been a good example to us, and their wisdom and kindness has touched me, my wife, my siblings, and my spouse sibling, and many more, including our children. Through the example of Uzma's parents, they have shaped many of us to better people. Today, even as Uzma leads Bloom Charity along with Amina, she continues to live with and lovingly, she continues to live with her parents, and takes great care of them. That to me says everything about who she is: a woman of substance, a woman of heart, and a woman of action. Uzma reminds us that leadership isn't always loud, sometimes it's quiet, it's steadfast. It's the choice made over and over again to serve others, to lift others, and to make the world a better place every single day. Thank you, Global Women Peace Network USA, for considering her nomination. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Shakur. That was beautiful. Well said. And now let's go ahead and bring up our awardee, Uzma Ahmed, to say some remarks.
Good
The
evening,
floor is
everyone. Good evening. I'm so touched by the words that were said to introduce me by Shakur, a close family friend for many, many years. It's such a privilege to be here with you today. I'm deeply honored to accept the HerStory Award. But the truth is, this award isn't just mine. It belongs to every person who helped write the story of Bloom Charity. My co-founder and sister, Amina Shams, our team, our families, and most of all, the children we serve. Our story started in 2015 with one moment. My sister had just returned from Morocco after adopting a child from an orphanage. She shared a scene that I'll never forget. A hospital, 5 stories high, no elevator, children cared for, but living their lives behind walls without sunshine, without play, without even a glimpse of the sky. She could see immediately, as a public health expert, that these children were not just being deprived of their childhood, they were being deprived of their future. Many, as they grew up, couldn't live independently. Some became homeless, some lost hope entirely, and some did not survive. We knew then we had to do something. We had to plant seeds of hope, and we had to start early, while their hearts and minds were tender and open. In the spring of 2017, Bloom built its very first magical play garden right there on the rooftop of that hospital. And when the children first stepped into it, the caregiver said it was like watching a flock of birds set free from a cage. Play, joy, freedom, the most basic things that every child deserves, but they had never been given. And it wasn't just the children who changed. The caregivers said they became more patient, more joyful themselves, simply because they could spend their day in the outdoors. That moment, that single rooftop, showed us something powerful. Hope is contagious. Healing is contagious. And even a small seed planted with love can transform everything around it. And something even more beautiful happened. The communities around the orphanage took ownership. Many of them didn't even realize there was an orphanage in the hospital. They expanded the gardens, they added colors and murals, they made it their own. And Bloom also provided enrichment opportunities. We provided music therapy, yoga, art therapy. And what we saw was that when you empower people, they don't just survive, they thrive. Since then, Bloom has built 12 play spaces in orphanages across Morocco. Then in 2023, we decided to go global because crisis, displacement, and heartbreak don't belong to one country. They're everywhere. And in every crisis, it's the children who suffer the most. After the devastating earthquake in the Atlas Mountains, we built a play space for hundreds of children who had lost everything in the villages. In Gaza, we pivoted to providing meals, clean water, baby formula, warm clothing, because when the bombs fall, it's the children who need us the most. In the last 16 months in Gaza, thanks to our amazing volunteers on the ground, our donors, and our community, Bloom has provided almost 1 million meals to displaced families. And yet, it's never been about food or clothes or music or water. The real goal is to tell every child through our actions, you matter. Your laughter matters. Your dreams matter. and we see you. That's where true healing begins. I stand here today not because of what I've done, but because of what we have done together. The power of community, the strength of women, the strength of mothers, the stubborn belief that a better world is possible and that it begins not in grand gestures, but in small acts of love. I owe everything to my family, especially my parents, who taught us that life's true purpose is to serve others. They planted those first seeds in us. And to the Women's Federation for World Peace, thank you for reminding us that peace starts right here, in the hearts of women and in the lives we touch. I want to dedicate this award to the children who inspire me every single day, to their laughter, their resilience, their boundless ability to dream. May we continue to nurture them. May we continue to believe in them. And may we continue to bloom together. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Uzma. Again, I was getting chills just listening to your words, and so deserving of this award, and the children's hearts that you restore to play and their childhood is just so beautiful. So I would like to present this HerStory Award, proudly presented to you, Uzma Ahmed, on this day, April 26th, 2025, in recognition of your tireless commitment to uplifting vulnerable children and providing them with the tools to thrive. Through your compassionate leadership and bold advocacy, you have fostered hope, championed justice and equity, and opened doors to opportunity, leaving a lasting impact on countless lives and communities. We honor you as a peace leader who lives by the logic of love. Signed by our President, Kayleigh Moffitt, and our Vice President, Katerina Connery. Thank you so much. I wish I could talk to these women more, to learn more about the work that they do. It's just so remarkable to have you ladies join the HerStory Award Hall of Fame. Thank you for all that you do. Thank you. All right, we will move on to our final awardee for this program today, and it is Sugandha Ganesh. I am going to go ahead and introduce her when we pull up the bio here. Okay, I just want to, again, okay, here we go. Here we go. Okay, Sugandha Ganesh is a published children's book author, storyteller, and artist with a passion for preserving culture and instilling values in the next generation. She has written 5 children's books, all available on Amazon, and runs a storytelling channel, Sugandha Storytelling, where she brings stories to life. Deeply committed to cultural enrichment, she works closely with the community to share stories from India and collaborates with schools and educators to deepen their understanding of Hindu culture. Beyond her literary and storytelling endeavors, Sugandha believes in giving back to society and actively volunteers in various initiatives. Her dedication and contributions were recognized during Women's History Month when the mayor of Woodbridge honored her and featured her books on his TV channel. Incredible. So before we welcome up Sugandha to this virtual stage, I'd like to bring up a video of the person that nominated Sugandha for the HerStory.
Good evening, everyone. I wanted to say, first of all, I'm sorry I couldn't be there in person, but I know you'll have a wonderful event. I'm here in this video to tell you a little bit about why I nominated this next awardee. She's from New Jersey, where I am working with Women's Federation in our local chapter. So first of all, I was inspired by her work, and especially because in this time, in this day and age, it's very easy to find many different differences between us as people, religious differences, cultural differences, many, many different things we can list as differences. And so many times people have used those differences as a reason to cause misunderstandings or even hatred or accusations. And this next awardee, actually, she's been the recipient of such misunderstandings. And maybe she'll share a little bit of her story when she speaks. But what impressed me about her is when receiving those misunderstandings because of differences in belief or culture or faith, it's easy to then also just respond with anger, right? You feel attacked and you attack back. But this awardee, she instead used storytelling to teach and to guide and just share from her heart the beauty of Hindu culture through her YouTube channel, through her books. And in that way, she's, bringing people closer together and creating cultural understanding. So that is something that inspired me to nominate her for the HerStory Award. And she's done this work with a lot of heart and dedication. So yes, please, thank you, and enjoy her story.
Thank you, Sugandha. That was our Vice President, Katarina Connery, who nominated you for this award. Congratulations, and you have the floor.
Hello and namaste, everyone. Thank you so much for the wonderful introduction, and I'm very honored to be here. And also, congratulations to my new friends, Laura and Uzma. Your stories were amazing, really, really touching. I can't even imagine the challenges you observed and you went through. That is really amazing. My story would be nothing compared to yours, but congratulations again. Uh, Thanks to Global Women's Peace Network USA for providing this platform. And Adia, I really loved it when you mentioned that we all complement each other and not compete with each other. So I really congratulate you for being part of this wonderful platform where you bring all these wonderful women together, and we appreciate each other's stories and we walk together in the journeys. Uh, when we talk about peace, I would like to start with a prayer for peace. This prayer is in Sanskrit language. Uh, there are just two lines on this. I'll start with this. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaha, Sarve Santu Niramaya, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kaschid Dukha Bhag Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. This prayer means, may everyone be happy, may everyone be healthy, may everyone see well, and may no one face any sorrow. Let there be peace, peace, peace. So when I close my eyes, I return to my childhood, where stories floated through the air like the scent of fresh rain on the earth. Stories told around the dinner table during festival nights while resting under the stars. Stories that taught and comforted and inspired. And today I join you not just as a storyteller or an author or an artist, but as someone who is devoted to weaving these threads of culture, values, and dreams into the hearts of next generation. I believe stories are not just entertainment, they are light, they are memories. They are a bridge between who we were, who we are, and who we can become. So, from an early age, stories found me. Growing up in India, I lived surrounded by the beauty of festivals, the calmness of meditation, the reverence, the abundance of knowledge, and the joy of simple traditions. My grandmother lived with us when I was a child, and I grew up listening to the wise tales, the stories from our culture. My parents taught me and my brother to be proud of my culture. US is the land of immigrants. I moved here about 20 years back, and my kids were born here. And when I became a mother, I realized something very deep. It was now my turn to pass these treasures forward. and not just to my own children, but to every child who might otherwise grow up disconnected from their roots. And I saw the same challenge in the young mothers around me and who had moved from India and had made America their home. When my kids were in school, the narration in the books, or they were bullied sometimes because of some confusion, or the understanding of the kids or the people, we faced some challenges at home when kids used to come home with some questions, and then me and my husband, they used to have a dialogue, the communication, and we made them understand about the importance of our culture and talk about it, and they did the same thing, and it went well. The teachers, they understood what was the importance, they taught, they understood. So we had these challenges, and I observed the same in the community too. That's when my journey as storyteller truly began, with a mission to preserve and pass on the timeless values of my culture in a way that felt joyful, living, and accessible. So I started teaching and telling stories to children in my community. I found peace while doing it. And then I started my YouTube channel too. I learned the technology part from my growing kids. I began writing books that open windows to these beautiful traditions. I have written 5 children's books till now. I am writing on a book project which would be for adults. I have written books about yoga, inviting children to discover inner calm and balance. Story about Hindu New Year, teaching hope, renewal, and the joy of fresh beginnings. Stories about the concept of a guru, a guide who lights our path with wisdom and love. In my culture, teachers are held in high esteem. So, this book is about teachers and gurus. Stories about festival like Raksha Bandhan, a celebration of those who protect us. And book introducing easy meditation, helping children experience the gentle strength of stillness and self awareness. Each word, each illustration is crafted with the prayer that it might plant a seed of curiosity, of pride, of connection to something ancient and enduring. But my work did not stop with writing. I found my calling also through volunteering, bringing these values to life in schools, libraries, temples, and community spaces. I work with schools and educators on portraying fair representation of my culture in books, whether organizing a festival celebration for children, leading a yoga workshop, hosting storytelling sessions about Indian traditions, or helping schools understand our culture better, volunteering has allowed me to live the stories I tell. It is one thing to write a book, and it is another to see a child's eyes light up during a Diwali craft session or a yoga class. In those moments, I know the river of tradition continues to flow. On this Her Story platform, I feel my duty to mention about 3 wonderful women from my culture. One was Queen Jizabai, Queen Ahilyabai, and Lakshmibai. These women were the epitome of matritva. This is a Sanskrit word which means motherhood, kartritva, which means the best administrator, and netritva, which means leadership. These women faced the challenges in that present society and took care of society and their kingdoms. So I follow them. I read about them a lot, and I follow these women. So this journey, of course, it hasn't been easy. There were times when I wondered, will children raised in different environment connect with these ancient stories? Will a story about a New Year festival resonate in a world filled with instant messages and virtual distractions? After publishing my first book, there was a moment of deep doubt, until one day a parent sent me a simple message. Your story helped my child feel proud of who they are for the first time. Another parent texted me, my child took your book to the school and read it to her classmates and showed them the yoga postures mentioned in the book. And in that moment, I understood we don't need to change the whole world overnight. If we touch even one heart, one child, one family, it is enough. Because that one spark can light countless others. Today, I see storytelling, authorship, art, and volunteering all as part of one sacred responsibility to keep this flame of cultural values alive. Stories shape how children see themselves. They build inner temple of confidence, empathy, gratitude, resilience, and hope. In a fast moving, often disconnected world, our ancient tradition offers something profoundly needed: the wisdom of mindfulness, the reverence of teachers, the celebration of life cycles, and beauty of stillness, which the meditation teaches us. Every book I write, every event I organize, every painting I create carries the same hope to remind children and adults that they belong to something bigger, something beautiful, something timeless. Volunteering for me is not something extra I do. It is simply a continuation of storytelling, living the very values I share in my books. And it reminds me daily: when we give a piece of our heart, the universe returns it in a thousandfold in love and connection. Each of us carries a story, a light, a gift that the world is waiting for. My journey is simply this: to listen to that light, to pass it on through words, through colors, through acts of service, through every day and the moments of wonder. My kids have grown well, and they also continue this journey of taking the stories from my culture forward. Let us all remember our stories, celebrate our heritage, and pass the light forward, because in the end, it's the small sparks we share that create the brightest constellation. Thank you and namaste.
Namaste. Thank you so much, Suganda. Beautiful poetic words. I can tell you are definitely a storyteller. Yes, thank you for preserving this beautiful tradition and sharing your culture with the world, and how you just, planting seeds, and it just starts with one, right? You start with one and that grows. So we are proudly awarding you with the HerStory Award, proudly presented to Suganda Ganesh on this day, April 26, 2025, in recognition of your heartfelt dedication to preserving culture, nurturing values in the next generation, and enriching the community through creativity and service. Your passion for storytelling and cultural connection has touched countless lives, fostering understanding, compassion, and pride in heritage. Your work continues to inspire and uplift. We honor you as a peace leader who lives by the logic of love. Signed by our President, Kayleigh Moffitt, and our Vice President, Katerina Connery. Congratulations, Suganda. Thank you so much. Wow, this was an incredible program this evening. I don't know if you got shivers or chills, or you felt inspired, or your heart feels more full after listening to these three beautiful, incredible, remarkable women. I know we received a comment: how can we get involved? How can we contact these women for donating to their organization? So thank you for featuring these amazing, wonderful women. Their congratulations, and thank you for making and uplifting and saving the lives of others. So we will have that information, I believe, up on our website. So this will be saved on our website, Women's Federation, wfwp.us. And if you are connected to our newsletter, you can also sign up for our newsletter through our website as well. But man, these women, I don't know if you felt it, but I could just see the thread of maternal heart in all of these women. I just saw them, embracing the women with Laura and their children and their pets, through Uzma embracing these children, her arms open wide, embracing these children, and through Suganda, who is sharing her beautiful culture with children who can also recognize themselves in these beautiful stories, in this artistic and creative way. And this is what our founder, Holy Mother Han, talks about, is that through this maternal love, we can embrace and bring people together. We can connect each other. We can uplift. We can bring compassion. We can expand people's hearts. And again, just inspire. And it's so encouraging. It's so beautiful. And I hope you were touched as much as I was touched. And if you are, I encourage you and invite you to become a member of Women's Federation for World Peace. Join us. There is a QR code that is appearing on your screen. You can go ahead and scan that. It will take you directly to the membership page on the Women's Federation for World Peace website. So please become a member. Be a part of this platform. Be a part of this global movement of incredible women who are making a difference because of that spark in their heart, because of that calling that they have to not just hold their beautiful gift inside them, but to share it, to spread it, and to embrace other people and invite other people to join on their beautiful journey. So please consider becoming a member. There are many different options for you to join. And also, we have a podcast. So it is called the HerStory podcast. It is featured on Spotify. Please, I invite you to look that up. And what we do is we invite current members of Women's Federation to come on, and we highlight their work. We talk about the importance of feminine leadership. What is the difference between leadership with women compared to this other type of leadership that we see so consistent in this world, right? We talk about soft power, what it means to bring compassion and empathy into this style of leadership, this maternal heart. We explore what it's like to work with men, to collaborate with men and other women in these spaces, and just highlight the work that we do. So it's a very special and unique podcast. I would love to invite these women that we had on this today for this program to possibly be a potential in I just lost my train of thought, to be possible interviewees, excuse me, for this podcast. I'm kind of losing my train of thought here, but I invite you to go ahead and check out the HerStory podcast on Spotify and subscribe. We put about 2 episodes each month. And it's just another way to connect with us, to connect with the work that we do here at Women's Federation for World Peace. Also, if you enjoyed this program, we do it every quarter. So our next program will be on July 26th, same time, 8 p.m. Eastern Time or 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We would love to see you here as well. If you are interested in nominating someone, if you've got inspired and someone popped into your head while you were listening to these incredible women share the work that they do and all of their achievements, and you want to go ahead and nominate them, please consider that as well. You can find more information on our website, wfwp.us. If you want to get more involved and you're hands-on, we have local chapters all over the United States. And to find out more about your local chapter, you can look on our website, or you can reach out to gwpn@wfwp.us. Also, we are going to be having Mother's Day events with our local chapters. So if you are looking to do something quickly, I know a lot of local chapters are jumping on the opportunity to honor mothers this coming May. And again, I'm just so honored, and it's such always a pleasure to have you here and to create this space to celebrate and recognize such special and unique women in our community. It is such an honor and a pleasure once again. Thank you so much for joining us here. We hope to see you again. Please consider becoming a member of Women's Federation for World Peace. And with that, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Have a good one. Bye-bye.